What's up guys, Doomsday here. Today we're back again. In this video we're going to be playing some Wukong in the jungle. So I thought I'd keep on playing some Wukong as he is still overall a really solid champ. But this match turned out to be a very good match, so thought I would upload this and it would be a nice little match to share. But to start off, looking to get a ward on their blue, and this is kind of risky ward to go for. Me and Aurelia are both kind of just like, hey, let's just get this ward here. Don't really want to do anything level 1. But that's definitely not something that I do that often and that I don't really recommend doing. I don't really recommend doing it just because it can really like backfire super fast. And like I don't really do this anymore in like Masters and Grandmasters tier just because like you can get punished for it just so hard. Like for instance, like if you're up against an Ahri, like how in our case we have an Ahri, what some of the upper tier Ahris will do is they actually won't upgrade any abilities level 1. And then if they see a jungler step up that far for a ward, then they're actually going to upgrade their charm at level 1. And then they're probably just going to charm you and you're just going to have to flash out or you're going to die. So don't really recommend stepping out that far, but I was just feeling a bit risky this match, I guess. So I thought I'd just go for it. But now I'm going over to my blue side and I see that the Evelynn is on their blue buff right now. And it looks like Garen's coming toward up my blue right now, so we both have the exact same rotation, actually, and we're both going to end up at the opposite side scuttle. Now, once I take this and then I take the scuttle, I'm still going to be one camp away from level 5, so I actually won't even be able to get a good gank off. And look at this top lane over here. It's pretty much a full health Garen, and he knows I'm around because he boarded me up, so he's playing pretty safe. Won't be able to do anything there, but I am looking at this mid lane here. Seems like they're getting pretty low. And I actually want to see if Ahri lands a charm. And that's actually what I'm waiting for is if this Ahri can land a solid charm, if this Aurelia goes for an engage, then looking to maybe follow up. So over there now, able to get an engage. That was a good stun, but unfortunately the Aurelia lives with literally 1 HP, 9 HP. To be exact. That's super unfortunate, but now this Evelynn shows up here and I'm like, okay, we can get this kill, and then I just die. That was so unfortunate. Actually, the kill that Evelynn got onto Ahri ended up giving the Evelynn level 5 because it gave him a bunch of XP, so then they got their ult to kill me too. So that was really just an unfortunate start to the match, but overall, still not the end of the world. And now I'm looking to get one more camp, and then I'll become level 5 now. Now, as to which lane I want to gank, I probably won't gank this solo lane just because it's a hard gank to gank a Garen, and I probably won't be able to deal too much damage. I do have the option of ganking the middle lane, but the main lane that I actually want to gank is this bottom side over here. So you can actually see that I'm starting to rotate down here from the river. And I see there really is there too, so I'm starting to ping it out. And I really want to ping this Ahri to... We should try and collapse onto this. Ahri lands a good charm and we're able to pick up that kill, but the main reason I wanted to go for a gank on this bot side over here is because once I get level 5, I of course have my huge ultimate, and let's see, I'm able to get this kill without even using my ultimate. The Rakan is able to pick it up, but it's a really easy gank to go for this bottom lane because if you just look at their bot duo, it's both a Sona and a Misfortune. And if you think about those champs, both of those champs have really low mobility. They don't have any kinds of big dashes or anything. All they really have is their flash to escape a gank. So if I could dash in and get a good ultimate onto both of them while they're overextended, that's 2 guaranteed kills for sure, pretty much. But now I'm keeping an eye on this top side over here. Evelynn still doesn't have ult up from the time before, but now the dragons are spawning, and I am looking to fight because I still do have my ultimate up, so for sure can look for something here. Let's see the scuttle. But yeah, when going to gank and deciding which lanes to gank, and especially which lanes to gank at level 5 with your ultimate, I really recommend just thinking about what kind of mobility they have. Because for instance, if that was somebody like an Ezreal, there is absolutely no way that I would have been able to get that kill there just because Ezreal can just dash away. But now I'm able to jump in, land a huge ultimate, and I go super low, but my team is able to clean some people up. So now I'm kind of just farming, and I decide to just reset because I'm one shot and I don't have a blue buff for anything, so definitely not worth going for it. Now, I see them starting this up, and really the main issue now is that I don't have my ultimate, so I won't be able to hard carry a fight or make a huge play like how I did last time. So instead, I really just have to kite around my ADC, and that was a huge play by... Oh, almost. Never mind. Spoke too early. Mostly just have to play around my ADC, and that's a good engage by our support. I'm just looking to secure this dragon now. I know Evelyn has no ultimate, actually, because I saw him use it earlier, so able to secure that, pick up the kill, and overall that turned out pretty well. But you definitely want to look at playing around your teammates and what their abilities are too. So looking at my team, like, we have a Rakan engage, we have a Ahri engage also with the charm, like, and over there I didn't mean to take the turret. I thought maybe we could get the turret, but I think I'm just like, I'm going to back off. I just get one played and call it quits, and then I'm resetting. And the main reason why I didn't reset right away is because actually look at the cooldown on my ultimate. It's still 20 seconds. So resetting and then going straight to the herald is not really what I want to do because I don't want the fight to happen until I get my ultimate. So instead, I just got to play it off the turret. And now I'm heading towards the herald. Have my ultimate up. Let's see what's going on up here. Looks like they're going for a quick little skirmish. But I have no vision of the Evelyn, which is kind of the problem. But I think that with my ultimate... Oh, actually, there's Evelyn. Evelyn's in the bot side. They got 2 kills on the bot side plus the turret. So pretty good play from Evelyn. But we're able to get this herald in return. But if there was a fight that happened, I could easily just look for an engage or follow up on an Ahri charm. Either one would definitely work. Because if I knock him up with my ultimate, then Ahri should be able to follow up with the charm super easily on a knocked up target. And that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. But now, heading towards this bottom lane. And again, remember what I said earlier about... I'm going to pause this for a second just because I want to explain something. Remember what I said earlier about ganking this duo lane down here is because it's a Misfortune and a Sona. Both of them are super immobile targets. And I think... This is what I'm thinking in match right now, but I'm thinking that Evelyn actually went to her red side jungle, and the reason for that is Evelyn had probably cleared her entire blue side and then got this kill in the duo lane down here and then got in the turret. So if you think about it from their perspective and from their jungle, their blue side's probably going to be down and their red side is probably going to be up, so there's a good chance that when Evelyn recalls, they're going to go to the red side, since that's where their jungle is, and I can actually check that. I have no idea if that's true or not, but yep, you can actually see it, yep. Evelyn did go over to the red side, which is what I expected. But now I see the Sona in the mid side. So I actually am looking to get this turret for sure. Looking to dive this Misfortune here because they don't have their support. The Rakan gets a good engage. And again, I still don't have to waste ultimate here. So still have ult. And now you can see me pinging on the map. We got to be a bit careful. There are a bunch of people in mid. So need to make sure they're not rotating behind us. But... good engage by Rakan again. I placed the herald and now checking to see if any of their jungle's up. This Evelyn pops out. I do still have my ultimate because I did hold it the entire time. They had a really good dodge on the Xayah ult actually. But we're still able to pick that up. And now that Misfortune ult kind of shreds me. So we get 2 plates off this turret. And... get another kill. So now it's definitely time to dip. This Ahri is just pushing the mid side. Ooh, let's see what goes on here. Ooh, if that Aurelia would have landed that stun, I think Ahri might have been dead. Ooh, it looks like I'm actually getting chased. I'm trying to ping my Xayah to come back. I don't think they realize I'm over here, but I'm super low. There's 2 people. There's the Evelyn and the Misfortune. So I'm kind of just trying to stall till my Xayah gets here. But I clone right as the charm goes off and wait for the charm to run out. Able to get the regen for my first ability. And now we're able to pick that up. That's unfortunate that that charm missed, but this solo lane over here has been pretty... it's been a stalemate this entire match, pretty much. But sorry for the recording if y'all don't like the recorded gameplay like this. And it's just because I've been ranking up a lot lately, so I can't record all the matches just because I pushed all the way up to midway through Masters in like a day, or like in a couple days, in like 2 to 3 days. I went from like diamond to Masters, like low diamond, because I finally have time to grind again. So up to Masters, I'll probably get Grandmasters tomorrow is my goal. I'm planning on ranking a bunch tonight, but I don't think I'll be able to go for Challenger this season. It's just too far into the season, and everybody has such high elo. To get Grandmasters, I think you need like 1,500 LP, which is an insane amount of LP to get, and that's just so many hours and days of grinding. So maybe next season I might go for Challenger if I have the time, but fortunately this season won't be able to. But there's the Misfortune ult. That's huge. I'm looking for a good re-engage here. I see the Xayah get the good roots and see this Misfortune kind of out here. Unfortunately, the Evelynn ult does get me. Now that I have Sterix Gauge, that should help because I can't get bursted down as fast, and that shield should come in clutch. So that's definitely a good buy. Ooh, let's see what's going on here. Yikes, that Evelynn picks up that kill too. But let's see. That's a really, really good charm by Ahri. That was a good job at Ahri, actually, where they didn't continue the dragon because they knew Evelynn was in the area. And with me dead, that Evelynn for sure could have gotten a smite, so that was actually a good find by them. But now they're engaging onto that Garen. That's definitely a mistake. They just used everything on Garen, which is not the move. They did do a decent amount of damage, but you can see it's kind of backfiring now. But at this point, I'm like, I'm just going to get this dragon. There's no way we're going to win this fight, so secure the dragon and then start to kite back. And now I start to play around the Ahri charm. Is if Ahri lands a charm, then I'll follow up, or if somebody lands a good root or something like that. You can see I'm kind of getting in position to follow up if I need to, but have my ults back off cooldown. There's the charm, and now I'm able to follow up. So still have the second part of my ultimate. Able to pick up another kill there, and that's pretty solid. So now just able to completely chunk down that Garen. But really on Wukong, I really just recommend playing around your ult and really just essentially just try and stall until you have your ult off cooldown. Because if you have your ult off cooldown, like, you can carry so many team fights, but without your ult, it is way harder. And also, like, when looking for engages, you don't always have to be the one to hard engage. You can, but oh, actually looks like I remember. I actually didn't have smite up in time. My smite was still on like a couple second cooldown when we got to that herald. And also, like, you don't have to start up all the engages yourself. I think that's a big mistake that a lot of tanks think that they have, is that, like, they just have to dive head first in and then just completely take all the damage. But instead, it's okay to sit back for a second or two and just, like, let your backline dish out some damage or do their poke or whatever. And then you can follow up if you see something good happen, if you see a good opportunity. But yeah, they're definitely dead there. They got way caught out. I don't know what they were doing all the way down here, but now I'm wrapping around behind him. This is a kind of weird angle because I'm behind him, and there's a bunch of them here. I see Rakan going with the engage, and now I see them all grouped together, and I'm trying to wait for my teammates to get closer because I don't just want to dive in like 1v5. So try and stall it out. There's the good charm by Ahri, but the Misfortune kind of scares me out. So now that's a bunch of stuff down, and I am looking for a re-engage now. With my teammates respawning, if I start up a fight now, can definitely make something happen, but able to do that, and then there's the engage. And that's huge. With 2 of my ultimates plus the Rakan charm, that was really good. But actually, the reason why the first time, if you didn't see, when I went in the first time, I actually cloned. I actually didn't use my ultimate right away. And the main reason for that is I know they have like a lot of bursty type abilities. So like you have the Aurelia stun, you have the Garen first ability, or like the Evelynn charm. And if I just go in there in ultimate, I'm going to get hit by all of that. So instead what I did was I kind of just dove in at first and then cloned and tried to bait out anything. And then re-engaged with the ultimate if you didn't see there. So now I'm just going to keep on looking to push down this lane over here. My teammates are pushing down mid. And now we kind of have their focus split between 2 separate lanes here. With the Garen here, there's definitely no way I can really kill him. But this match, I did go Trinity Force and Wukong. And Trinity Force is definitely the move if you are looking to deal out the damage. And it really makes your first ability hit super hard. getting Trinity Force. So really, I'd recommend going Black Cleaver if you're up against like 2 or more tanks. It's like if they had like a Garen and then let's say they had like somebody else like Jarvan or somebody else that builds a lot of tank, I'd for sure go Black Cleaver. But if they have a lot of squishies, then for sure Trinity Force can work fine. But I'd say the reason why I picked Wukong in this draft is because they actually picked up Aurelia pretty early on, and I actually really like Wukong into Aurelia, as one of the big things that really screws over Aurelia is crowd control. And that's the huge thing. You can see over there now, able to land a huge ultimate on the enemy team again. And now we're kind of just chasing them down after that. And really, that's the reason why I like Wukong, is you can just make huge plays like that as a jungler. And you can't do that as some other junglers. Like, yeah, there's a lot of assassin junglers and stuff, but getting a big ultimate like that is so satisfying. But now, they're just chasing him down. I'm just focusing on this Baron. Looks like they should be able to pick that up. Hopefully. Maybe. Oh, really? Oh, never mind. Actually, they don't. Damn. That sucks. Oh, somebody got executed. The Xayah died to the Baron buff. That's tough. That was actually a good try by Garen there. If you didn't know, actually, Garen's ultimate does AoE damage, like area of effect. So if he like ults a champion, it'll actually deal damage to the Baron too. And that's actually a really good tip if you're a Garen player, is like, if it's like you have to get that objective, like you need to secure it. If you ultimate a champ near it, it'll deal like 700 to 800 damage to the objective itself. So you can kind of use that as a smite, actually, if you are a Garen. But now, the Rakan's kind of just trying to zone him off. I'm staying on this dragon. I see this Evelyn here. I actually turned onto the Evelyn to make sure that I can secure this dragon. And then looking to engage onto somebody. But a really key thing to keep an eye on for this match that I did was actually target focusing. So there's certain champs which I can't really kill, and then certain champs which I can completely delete. So like me going onto a Garen is going to be completely useless, or like me going onto the Aurelia, I'll be able to deal some damage, but I won't really be able to kill him or anything. Instead, my main targets are mostly the squishy immobile targets, such as like Misfortune, Sona, etc. And that's the big mistake that a lot of people make on Wukong, is they'll just focus the wrong targets. But now we're pushing down the Vayne. Let's see if... I don't think we're going to be able to end here. Yeah, definitely not. They're respawning. I don't know why my team's staying. Or are we? Unless we kill them all here. No, it looks like they're probably going to die, actually. I left... Oh, I think I left and then I came back. Because I saw that they were just going to keep on staying. Yeah, I've been trying to ping them that we just need to leave on the minimap, but... they do not want to listen. So now I have my ultimate off cooldown, just ghosting this Ahri in case they choose to engage him, and then wiping out their jungle. And getting blue buff in the late game, I think is super important. I think you need to have it on somebody impactful, and I really like it on tanks actually, because the health regen is super nice. So like for instance on Wukong, a lot of times you go in, you use your ultimate and you'll get bursted down when you do that. And then you kind of back off for a bit, and in that time, the blue buff can heal you up a decent amount. Like, I think it's okay on squish, on like ADCs and like mid laners if they need the mana. But there you can see Ahri lands a good charm, and I just follow up on that. And that's just why it's super important to keep an eye out on your teammates' abilities. So able to land a good ultimate onto Aurelia, but... we're able to end there, and that's going to be about it for this gameplay. I hope you all enjoyed, and I definitely am looking to put out more gameplay soon. So that's going to be it. Let's take a look at the damage. Yeah, you could completely chunk people down with Wukong, even with just one damage item, which is what makes him so strong. Plus, really good team participation. But again, that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you all in the next video.